Hello, hello, hello. My name is Precious Klaba, a professional makeup artist and a beauty enthusiast. Welcome to my world, where I teach you everything makeup and beauty. So in today's lesson, I will be teaching you guys how to prep skin before makeup, because that's very, very important. And a lot of people actually don't know how to do that, or rather miss that step, and it's very, very vital. So just to get your perfect foundation and your makeup can set beautifully, you need to watch this. In today's lesson, I have Uzandile Mbambo. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous model. So if you guys want to see how I actually got her look from this look to this one, do stay tuned. Okay, so I am going to start off with my look. I can see Zandi has a bit of, well, not a bit, you are hairy, babes. She's very hairy. So I need to just clean that up, because then our makeup look will be proper once we're done. Whereas if I leave it, then the foundation might move, it might crack. So I need to just clean up her skin like thoroughly. All right, so what I like doing is I will spritz her face with just a hydrating mist. Just make sure it's like proper wet. Right, I do go in with a razor for face because I don't want our model to be too dry while I do this. This will just give me that nice clean face. Okay, start on the forehead, obviously not going over her hairline. And then obviously with this step, you must just make sure that your client doesn't have acne, because then otherwise you don't want to aggravate the pimples. I will clean up brows. So I normally cut my razors in half. So I'm not reshaping her eyebrows, I'm just cleaning up. Okay, so I need to just chop off these little hairs there at the top. So trim her eyebrows, because then I don't want her eyebrows to look too full up. So just the curly ones, I'm just cutting those up. Obviously following her natural eyebrow shape. Now that I'm done with that, cleaning up the face, I will be using a balancing toner. This will just clean up her skin thoroughly. It will leave her skin feeling supple and soft for my other applications. What a lot of people don't understand is you have to be quite thorough with your skincare routine, or your skin prep rather, so that your makeup can stick and it is well protected. I like this toner because it really just balances the pH of the skin. You know, we normally have like a lot of pores there. It just makes them smaller. So I am just cleaning up her face with the, guys, or maybe they're also getting tips, eh? Who knows? All right, so I just like to clean up the skin thoroughly, especially there, because then this will close up the pores and it will leave your skin quite supple. And then you obviously want to use a toner that is relevant to your client's skin type. So I want her skin to be proper revitalized, hence the choice of my toner. So skincare, as I said, is very, very important, guys. If you don't get the skincare correct, your makeup is gonna crack, it's gonna melt, it's not gonna stay on the whole day, it's gonna look dodgy, it's gonna move. So we really need to get this part right, okay? So the Magic Radiance, this will just obviously just give her skin that much radiance as well. So I want her glowy, dewy. This is our moisturizer. Obviously moisturizing the skin. So this is just the moisturizer on its own, nothing else. To just also lubricate the skin. We want it super, super soft. Still taking it under the eye area. Especially if you don't have eye cream. Because I know with a lot of people, they don't like using eye creams. So getting a good moisturizer will actually just give you the benefits of an eye cream, so you don't actually need every product. Right, and then I do go in with the primer. It's a hydrating primer. So with the primer, it will obviously keep your makeup intact. Your makeup is not going to move at all. Whereas if you don't use a primer, then usenkingeni, babes. So I used 2 different primers. So that was a hydrating primer. So I used something else for just the T-zone, which is the Milk Hydro Primer. So this will obviously also make sure that this makeup here is intact, like proper. So I don't want this area to be dewy, I want this area to actually be matte. So hence I'm using 2 different primers. Those smile lines, so that even if she does smile, your makeup is not going to move. Chin area. And a bit on her brows, so that they're also not too oily. So I'm not taking more of the product, it's just what's left on my finger. For that extra dewiness, I am going to use the Glam Glow Starter. Just on the cheeks there. For that extra bit of glow. Guys, like her skin is gonna glow, it's gonna glisten. It's will shine now. So do you see, like the steps were quite a lot. Like I didn't just cleanse and then apply moisturizer. So it was a whole lot of different things that I used. Just to make sure that her skin is proper. All right, and then I will give our model a bit of lip balm, just so that she is comfortable. Because once you do makeup on someone and the lips are quite dry, they do get uncomfortable. So when you apply your lipstick, then it's a lot easier. Your model is also a bit relaxed. And it doesn't matter even if you're going for a matte lip, this can still work. Because by the time you're done with your full face, this would have completely dissolved. So our next step is foundation. So I like using bases first. So by base, I mean just a very neutral color that's like not too dark or too light. It sort of like matches a skin tone, but that's also not a full coverage. So this is a Dior Face and Body. So it doesn't give me a full coverage because I don't want it to be too thick. And obviously that's how I like applying my foundation, because then you don't want to start at the forehead going down or on the sides there, because then your model will end up looking like she's wearing a mask. And that way, if you start in the middle or anywhere else, you can easily blend it. Okay, I do go in with another foundation, just to highlight. Obviously, this goes under her eyes there. Now this is her exact skin tone, just to brighten it up a bit. I didn't want to go with this color all over her face, because then if you take a picture or anything like that, you end up looking pale. Now the trick is blending. And to blend, like it needs to just melt into the skin. So I'm just going in with your concealer, just under the eye area. So this, with the concealer, it has to be 2 shades lighter than your actual foundation, just so that that eye area looks awake, it looks fresh, it looks bright. Okay, so concealer really just hides dark marks, dark circles, anything, any imperfection really under the eye. And it just hydrates that eye area so it doesn't look too dry. And it avoids those lines, because if you just put foundation there, then later on your makeup will crease. Okay, what's left on my beauty blender, I just put on the chin. I actually don't like putting on concealer in that, on the T-zone and T-panel there. It looks too much, it looks too heavy. So this is what I like doing. Okay, then just to blend the hairline, I use the part where there's no makeup, just to blend it. Chin there. Just making sure it's blending onto her skin properly. Your beauty blender has to be damp. So not wet, not soaking wet, there's no water, but it's just right. I mean, that looks amazing, right? She can go out like this, literally. So I am now going to contour. I wasn't a fan of this initially, but I like doing it now because it doesn't look too heavy. Right, so this is a shade 2. I mean, this is a shade 2 shades darker. Just on the side of the nose there, where you would normally contour. So I am going to blend it. So this is where the reason we contour, we want to make the nose smaller or anything really smaller. Sides of the face, just under the cheekbone there. Okay, so I just put it there instead of also just blending it there on the neck. So I will use powder there. So I'll still go in with powder, but just this is a start. Okay, and then I will just blend. Like I said, for a really, really long time, I wasn't a fan of this, but you'll see now what I mean. It just adds a bit of definition. Also, again, I take this just on the jawline there. I mean, look at that, guys. Okay, I'm just going in with my powder, mineralized powder, to just set this foundation we've put on. Okay, so also with powder, we go with highlighting powder, we go with a shade that's 2 shades lighter, just under the skin, because you want to set this area here. Then with the powder, 2 shades darker. Okay, we're just wrapping up our contouring part here. So what we did with the cream, we're going to do with the powder again. Then with the same color that I used to highlight under her eyes, I will just take that color. I want to create this effect on her nose. So these are the tips you need to know in prepping your skin so that your foundation, your contouring, your powder and everything else is proper and it's put on the skin like a balm. Our model is beautifully contoured, beautifully highlighted. I mean, she can even put on lip balm and go out like this. She doesn't really need anything much, but just because I want to and I feel like it, I will just finish off the rest of her face without obviously giving you guys too much. But you'll see everything that I'll be doing. But yeah, do catch our next tips on our next video. But I'll finish off our look. So that's your look for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It was more of a skin prep before foundation or before actually makeup, the whole makeup look. I did a softer eye and a bold lip and a very intense skincare routine so that, I mean, obviously makeup has to stay and stick. And that's it for today's lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you got some really, really cool tips. I really loved creating it for you guys. Please do follow me on my social media pages. Do subscribe on this channel. Otherwise, I'm coming to get you from your houses to actually follow Ngenkani by fire, by force.